Question asked in the interview in English for A.J. Roberts. May 2023. Is globe Earth and flat Earth both psyops? Is the planet a spheroid shape with inner Earth and a central sun?
They are. In the past, and since Archimedes, it has been possible to calculate the Earth's spherical size and shape. Then came all those others who even gave their lives to demonstrate that the Earth is not the center of the solar system or of anything. Tycho, Copernicus, Galileo, some were even burned because of that. And now they want to erase all that advance in practical science. It is a psyop, because what they want nowadays is to confuse the people, so they are easier to control. They want the people to know nothing. That is part of the destruction of the entire culture, in order to implement the New World Order. Confusing the people is basic, as they have no grounds to stand on, and not only about the shape of the Earth, about everything. It also links to New Age groups, and even to three-letter agency-controlled UFO and extraterrestrial research groups who are government-sponsored. The Earth is not a perfect sphere, and it's why in some places calculations may demonstrate that the Earth is flat. Yes, there are flat areas, but not all of it is flat. Some flat Earth theories, the more elaborate ones, say that Antarctica is just an ice wall, and beyond that there are other continents. Also contained with an ice wall, Antarctica, and beyond those, more continents. Different ones, with other people. They say that Earth is a lot bigger, a lot. And that explains why there are patches with continents that are enclosed with ice. And no, it's all a psyop. Because if the Earth would be that much larger, it would mess up with all the astronomical calculations. And you can calculate the Earth's shape and size very easily, just looking at a lunar eclipse. Come on, the Earth is round, like it or not. The rest is a psyop.
How do they explain it, the flat earthers, the lunar eclipse?
I understand they run away at this point, or they claim some other thing, like that the moon is a lot closer and that someone is projecting that eclipse to confuse the people. They always come up with some weird, senseless explanation. And even though the moon is artificial, an old biosphere ship, and with a hologram in front, the Earth still eclipses it with the exact same effect as if it were a natural moon.
We spoke last time about 1 in 5 people being human in our realities. I think this is becoming more obvious to a lot of people daily. But what's the best way for people to see someone is an NPC? What characteristics?
In short, you can't. You can't know for sure. Especially when the other person is someone you interact with on a daily basis. But there are some clear indicators, especially for people with whom we rarely interact, even though we may see them every day. And those indicators are their lack of critical thinking, wanting to conform with the norm, giving you back answers you've heard before, like on TV, standardized matrix answers, almost as if the other person were a robot. Many times you can see this with people who you cannot even move out of their comfort zone. just as someone that is working for a government, for official government procedures. They want to get over you fast, as they have 35 other people to attend before they go off to their break. That mentality. Rigid, thoughtless. They may even make an angry face if you want to push them even a little outside their comfort zone. Those are most probably fake people. I know it's hard to accept this as a fact, but it is. Most people out there don't even exist.
What is Donald Trump's role in all of this?
The fight for power may be true at one level, but in the end he was only playing a controlled opposition role. The trust the plan agenda, so people do nothing as they think the patriots are in charge. That's more control over the people. Theater, pantomime. Do not trust anyone in that group. It is another psyop.
Will we see disclosure on a worldwide scale of our star family this year?
All these questions have basically the same answer. All that information in the web leading to those ideas or to those expectations come from government-controlled New Age groups, at least mostly. And the ones that are not controlled by the government are only sharing more of that information in a sincere but misinformed, wishful thinking manner. I'm being direct. There is no reason whatsoever for there to be a full disclosure of star families this year or any other. In our opinion, if that would happen, it would dissolve the illusion of the 3D matrix on Earth. And they, the controllers, are not interested in doing so because they would lose control over the people, unless their plan is to do a controlled and heavily manipulated event that mimics a disclosure, and that is the false alien invasion. Yet, from our point of view, we don't see that happening anytime soon. But it is impossible to know for sure. If there would be a real star family disclosure, the implications for humanity would be huge, and the 3D matrix illusion would dissolve in a very short time. With the data we've seen, the controllers, both on Earth and from space, are not interested in destroying their playground. I can answer directly that there are no plans to do so, at least from the Federation members' point of view. We can know this from our point of view here, and I must stress that we seem to be the only ET group talking that has nothing to do with the New Age movement. We are direct. Our credibility falls because of it. We understand why. All these are not new claims anyway. We've been seeing that for many years now, over a decade or even more. Exactly those claims. It never happens, and they only play with people's hopes and feelings. That is the plan, to keep them hoping for an external savior who is always about to arrive and always around the corner, always in the process of saving the planet from evil invaders. The people they claim that will arrive to save humanity are the same ones that are oppressing the people. The cabal on Earth and the controllers in space. And those are their beloved Galactic Federation. And no, they are not bad per se. They are permissive to what the people want, and that is more challenges for their souls.
So they are bad and not, depending on the point of view. Will we see evidence of life under Antarctica this year? What about quantum financial system? After all I just said, there may be some kind of news about one of those subjects, like Antarctica, for example. And if they give a little breadcrumb piece of information to the people, they may claim that Athena was wrong. But the problem is that whatever they always give the people, it's always very scarce and unimportant information. They would never say that there is an entire civilization in Antarctica. They would say that they found some kind of new species of Antarctic fish thought to be extinct for a long time. Something along those lines, not much more. So about those questions, they are all connected, and we from here see them as wishful thinking and three-letter agency-controlled hopium agenda. More New Age control systems. Quantum financial system, we see that as an excuse to sell the people an even more enslaving financial system. It's hopium, so the people accept all the new changes to the economy, thinking that it will benefit them, when it is yet another government and banking trick, so the people obey new rules, always expecting justice. Changes in the economy will come. Everything is drifting towards a digital world, but it will not favor the people. They will only give them an illusion that it does. Will mainstream governments as we know them dissolve? They are selling this to all those New Age communities as a good thing, but it's nothing else but the New World Order, one government in disguise. It's only presented in a sugar-coated manner. I am not being negative. I am being realistic, and I am basing all what I say on decades of information processed by my group. The power is still with the people, as it has always been. But they don't know how to use it, as they give it away to authoritarianism. People should start thinking on their own and taking responsibility for all their actions, as a mature species would. Part of the conversation with Aneeka of Temer, 2021.
What consequences will the declassification of the UFO extraterrestrial phenomenon bring to this civilization?
I, Aneeka, do not personally believe in a total declassification of the so-called UFO phenomenon with non-human occupants. Precisely because of the consequences, they would only declassify what would be convenient to those in control for each of their agendas. This also goes for the so-called fake alien invasion using bluebeam technology. The thing is that accepting that there are ETs would bring about a series of chain reactions that would destroy the concept and all that makes up the matrix that they have so painstakingly and carefully imposed upon the people. For them to accept that they are extraterrestrials would be to accept that there are more people like them out there in the first place, which would destroy their natural sciences, evolution, etc. It would introduce the people to the idea that they are stellar too, therefore free. They would see the lies that have been imposed on them for no less than thousands of years. It would also have the consequence of making people aware of the existence of free energy and transportation technologies. This would collapse entire economies, their markets, their banking. It would liberate everyone's minds. It would make them free and uncontrollable.
It would change all the dogmas and paradigms. It would throw the mind-controlling matrix out. The pillars of the matrix would collapse due to the appearance of new options coming from the ETs.
And that is the last thing they want. What they desire is absolute control over the human race. But it does not stop there. Declassifying everything would entail for the souls the disappearance of the series of nourishing experiences they have when they go in there to live on Earth. Even from the cosmic point of view, the possibility or the option of having those kinds of experiences would be lost. That is partly why the Federation itself protects and perpetuates the Matrix.